upon his request, the governor requests that by 8:30 p.m. it should be it should be done to allow members return safely to the boat. And when it comes to this place, some people will travel all the way from distant places. So it will be good for us on time. So time management, time management, time management. I cannot emphasize it any. Okay. Now, I come to the aspect of branding to play when you're hosting a governor. It's one of the things that have come. Prayer is, it is good to consult. It's good to consult. Consult. How is our branding? Okay, and you're able to be guided. So really compliant to Rotary. This is an issue. To be honest, that governor is very vocal, and he does know. Imagine somebody has misspelled it. Why is it that when it comes to this brand, we are okay with it being misbranded? And if you go to the branding center, I know how many of us can bring you somebody to help you and train in the aspect of branding before we host the governor. Normally, oftentimes, we prepare and we arrange gifts for the governor. In all clubs you have visited, in the governor's list, the governor actually will not accept any gift. He prefers that instead of a gift, we can make a contribution as a gift to the polio cause. Okay? That is a small contribution. So the governor encouraged that we can all make a contribution towards polio plus, and it will go. Let us walk the talk and ensure that we achieve at least 85% of the goals that we set. He pledges his support and wishes all of us a great year of service. In summary, really, this is what we need to consider. This is what we need to look at. This is what we need to be aware of as we plan and prepare to host the governor. Now, one, we need to share milestones here in our report. Let's share milestones, okay? It would be good to share with the governor here that we are a club of 57 members. It would be good. I know that we participated in the cancer run, okay? It would be good to share what was our contribution to the cancer run. I know that we are having regular club meetings and board meetings. They're happening very well, isn't it? But I have a desire as your assistant governor, and I have an ask. I have an ask of the Rotary Club of Kasanari as your assistant governor. I have really an ask. It's not an easy ask, but it's possible. And I'm not pointing to where you cannot go. My ask is very simple. We were the best growing club in members last year. I know that we can be the best again, but this time it could be different. One, I'm glad that you had an engagement with the RCC. Okay, can we have the governor chat with the RCC when he's here? And the membership district team, I've rallied the district team president. I did communicate this. They are all ready to come and support to ensure that happens. I know that we are in talks with an Interact club. Can we have this Interact club charter? If not during the governor's visit, but at least before the Rotary year ends. It will be possible, but I think if we really know what, can we charter this Rotary club? Okay, I know that you have initiated talks of starting the Rotary Club of Nakasongola. I know this. Can we see these come to fruition before the Rotary year ends? It is really my belief and my ask of this Rotary Club. I know that we did launch our Big Up project on the 9th. I was privileged to be a part of this, and and publicized, and maybe the best article to be awarded that day. I pray that we can be able to really see these poems that have been written, that have been recited in both in the primary schools, the article about Big Up for the secondary schools. It will be good for them let's tell our story, really. Let's tell our story and the journey that we have walked this far. I don't know how far we are, in supporting and empowering the bricklaying youths, and with the equipment that we plan to do. You know, it will be good to know. So, Chiyemba Enoch, you don't know whether he's here. He's not. I'm told, is he still our big up champion?
Yes.
Yes. Now people could be wondering, this age is too much. No, it is because I am very passionate to see us succeed as a club. Okay? So I would like us to tell our story. I will leave it at that, and appreciate you once again for having me here. But my challenge is, let us follow up the RCC, Internet Club of Kasala, and all these other things that I've mentioned. Thank you, President, and I beg to submit.
Dear members, again, let's raise up our hands. Actually, let us even stand up and give our AG a round of applause. But those of you who know how to sing, you can as well sing. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And says to all of us. And says to all of us. And says to all of us. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And no one can deny.
Awesome. President, I forgot one thing. Maybe we could take our seats. Just one thing. Something to do with publicity. Publicity. Governor has visited clubs, and even some of the club members are not aware that the governor is visiting their club. So we need to publicize first internally. Enjiro jibuliro ovaawa waka, isn't it? Let's start to publicize the governor's visit from here. But also, they say atunda yole satakolachi. So let's go out there and tell the story. Put this message across all your social media platforms. But the governor has a request, if it is possible. I like the gadgets I'm seeing here. I'll be able to broadcast our governor's visit live on Zoom, on YouTube. If you don't have a Zoom link, I am happy to share one that is unlimited. I will give you the link if you need one. But if you can share this on Zoom, we can broadcast it on YouTube right now like you're doing. So the birthday group here maybe can be given an extension of service to the next. But this is something that the governor is, because many people would like to be a part of the governor's visit. Okay, so it is critical that we actually publicize. I will give you a secret. I don't tell you this, by the way. When a governor comes to visit, the first thing he does, he asks, do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook? Do you have a YouTube channel? Where do you publicize to the public? Whatever it is, he goes and checks. He says, take me there. And he wants to see, is the flyer for the governor's visit. When was it posted there? Has it just been posted today? Or it is not even there at all? You know? So that is, in terms of publicity, it will be good for us to know. I'm glad to tell the governor we have a YouTube channel. All our fellowships for the month of September, all through, including the DG's visit, are being broadcast live on YouTube. That is something very good to write home about, really. So that is one thing I wanted to end with. Publicity, publicity, publicity. The Bible says nobody lights a candle and puts it where? Under the table. So let's shine our light, isn't it? Let's shine our light. Light the candle and bring it out at the table. All right. Thank you, President.
Thank you so much again, our AG, for not stealing exams for us, but but for tipping us on what we need to do. Actually, a lot of it is not even just for the DG's visit. These are actually our requirements for our existence. Otherwise, if we don't have them, we are like as if we don't exist. If we don't have membership, if the members are not paying, of course you can't even be a member when you are not paying. If we are not paying, if we are not aligning our goals with what is uh, in the Rotary International and also the district, if our goals are not even in the Rotary Central, if we are not prepared, if we don't have a report, I'm happy to share with you that I was actually very happy last week, last Wednesday. We had I told them this is like our dummy club assembly because we have had a club assemblies before, but not in this line of where we have a report and this other report. We had both reports, financial and narrative, which are good, and people realized the demand against their names and also against the other sections. So we all know the journey. We have a very steep hill to climb, but as you said, there is nothing that is impossible. We shall certainly do all our best these remaining weeks to make sure that we host our DG well. And dear brothers and sisters, I'm not sure if there is anyone who would like us to cancel. I believe we can handle. I like to reappeal also to you based on our ages challenge, each one to be a keeper of his brother. Call a friend. Don't mind each other that we are fellowshipping, but above all, when we are especially going to be hosting our DG. So let us do this. I'm very, very, AG, I'm very, very happy to tell you that we have a very strong publicity team here because they are this gentleman here is works with NTV, and he does a lot. You'll hear Kamoga everywhere in every newspaper, every actually TV broadcasts. Then we have this Mr. Chomia. He also, you would think he also works with those companies of TVs, but he has another company which does recordings is on various media platforms uh, that he serves. So, and many others. So I'm sure the team we have is able to help us to achieve Rotarian Martin Koiga to use the appropriate words to thank you for this presentation you have made for us. So thank you so much. Um, yes, you can clap. So, Rotarian Martin Koiga,
Thank you,
please.
Mr. President. To thank the Assistant Governor for the good words of wisdom. Because your first time when you came here, you said, "This is my home." Don't even recognize that I'm around. You went ahead to say, you have done the fellowship subscription issue that makes us to be Rotarians. And that is, you have really added, you have missed. So, and the tips you have given us, we are well ahead.
Our final test, yes. Before we do our final test. Well, after that, I will ask the rhinos to Did you see they called this fellowship Koi Koi?
Yes.
And I did not ask them why. So I hope they are really going to tell us Koi Koi. So we'll give them maybe 5 minutes to take us through the Koi Koi, and then we'll have the closure. Now let's hear some reports. Those who have reports, you can put up your hands. Yes, the boy child has a report. This is the polio.
I want to begin by apologizing. I'm a bit late, but however, I used the saying better late than never. Mr. President, I was given a task together with my Vice Judge Boy to draft guidelines which are going to be followed by the particular schools which will be presenting to us the competitive articles and poems. And yeah, we took some time and we developed something, a skeleton, which I'm requesting that where members feel they have more technical guidance, they'll add on so that we beef up our guidelines and we release them finally for the final implementation. In these guidelines which we drafted, we began with a theme where we said uplifting the boy-child program. That was the theme, and we said that the program, let me hope, Mr. President, I have about 5 minutes or so to peruse through this. Thank you. The program of boy-child uplifting aims at returning the boy-child to becoming a responsible person who can steer family growth and development. Rotarians under District 9213 have taken the initiative of launching a boy-child uplifting program, ECAP. The initiative, which is aimed at addressing critical issues children in Uganda, seeks to solve the problem of the increasing numbers of boys dropping out of school, with the statistics indicating that for every 10 boys that starts kindergarten, only 3 make it to the institutional level. According to the consequences are increasing crime, low self-esteem, being more violent, alcoholism, drug abuse, and increasing school dropout incidents. The boy child has currently lost ground and confidence, forgetting that they are the future fathers of this country. Generally, I will give it an introductory part that was in the introduction. Then we are saying that basing on the boy child through the following items. 1, poetry for primary schools, and article writing for secondary schools. And the best performing schools in the above items will be rewarded genuinely. There we moved to the guidelines for poetry. We began by saying that a poem is a piece of writing that relies or rhyme or rhythm and meter to evoke feeling or convey a certain story. Mr. President, some of these terms are very poetic, but allow me to bring them out the way I see them. And among the guidelines, we gave about 1, 2, 3 guidelines to the poem. We began with the script as guideline number 1, where under the script we have written script, the form, choice of words, poetic devices, stanza. Then we have diction, lineation, imagery, punctuation, person. Then theme development. With guideline number 2, we have presentation, where under presentation we had emotional involvement, steadiness, rhythm, and mood. Then we had pace, tempo, and phrasing. Also, we considered voice projection, tone, and clarity of work. Then guideline number 3 was the art of delivery. Under this, we had the introductions and facial expression, Mr. President. Then we had the gestures, tempo, rhyming mood, pace, dynamics, usage.